moving on to greener pastures, a really, really good AFC West matchup, possibly the game of the day, or at least the day in terms of the literal day. Kansas City heading to Mile High to face the Raiders. The Chiefs are going to be 3.5-point favorites in this one.
Face the Broncos.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Raiders.
Goodness. Face the Broncos. Kansas City is going to be 3.5-point favorites in this one. 44.5 is your over/under. Kansas City minus 200 on the money line. Denver plus 170. One little note: Denver has won their last 10 home games. That's going all the way to back to last October when it was the Chargers who took care of business at Mile High. But Raider Jim, your thoughts? Kansas City 3.5-point favorites. They head on the road.
Again, as we said at the beginning, nothing is for sure this NFL season. If you would have told me going into week 11 that the Chiefs are fighting for their playoff lives, you said, get out of here. It's the Chiefs. They're going to just, they'll be the number one seed. They're going to do what they always do. Not so fast, because they are sitting at 5-4 in third place, behind Denver, behind the Chargers. However, they have a chance to start clawing their way back up right now. And let me tell you, Patrick Mahomes, more efficient than Bo Nix right now. I don't care what anybody says. That's the truth. Broncos, I'm amazed that they're 8-2, because this is the most inconsistent 8-2 team I've ever seen. I mean, the performance they put up last week, 10 points against that defense, you got to be kidding me. And so I think this is going to be a real rude awakening and a rough one, because Kansas City knows, hey, we can't afford to pick up many more losses. We need to go forward. There's 8 games left. Watch out for Kansas City to go on a tear. I just am waiting. If they're all of a sudden we're looking at them and they're 11-4 down the road, I'm not going to be surprised. Kansas City, both teams coming off of, Kansas City's coming off a bye week. Kansas City and Coach Reid, 22-4 after a bye week. So be careful, because I think Mahomes is going to go out there, make some noise. He's going to get some points on the board fast, early, and then let the Chiefs defense take over. And again, given the performance of the Broncos offense last week, they're in for a long Sunday afternoon. I'm going to take the Chiefs. Give me a point. Chiefs minus 2.5 on this one. Over under 44.5. I think it's going to go under, because I don't see it being a shootout, and I don't see it being a high scoring affair.
Yeah. And just, no real weather here. 65 degrees, beautiful, beautiful day in Denver. For that one, everything Raider Jim just said is 100% correct. But sometimes in the NFL, when it looks like you need to zig, you zag. Everything in my mind is telling me to take Kansas City. But it's again, like you mentioned it, 5-4. The desperation is there. Denver can afford to lose this game. They can. I mean, they're not going to say it out loud, but this would not be a game that if they were to lose, let's say if it was the opposite, if the Chiefs were 8-2 and the Broncos were 5-4, and the Broncos somehow beat them and they get to 6-4, no one would look at the Chiefs and go, all right, 8-3, they're falling, So I think the Chiefs, even if they lose this game, until they are mathematically 101% with the line over it eliminated, I am penciling this team in either as the 4 seed or the whatever wild card, pick it wherever, because again, it goes back to even when I was watching the Super Bowl last year. They're up 40-6 and people are patting me on the back, and I'm like, until we have recovered an onside kick, do not talk to me. And that's what the Chiefs do. But again, everything tells me to take the Chiefs. Therefore, I am going to take the Broncos. The hook does not hurt either. So I will usually have to pay for the hook, So they're giving me the hook here. Denver plus 3.5. And then I do like the over here. Just because, look, if the Broncos are to stay within 3.5 or win this game, they are going to have to put points up. As good as their defense is, the Chiefs offense, very, very good now that they are fully healthy. And the big part for Denver is playing a full football game. You talked about it, 8-2. They probably haven't played a full football game, very similar to the Eagles. Is this it? I don't know. But again, if I expect this team to cover, we're going to need to see some points on both ends. So give me the over. So this is either a double winner or a double loser. It's kind of the, we're interlocking hands, walking to the edge of the cliff and hoping it's only a 2-foot drop. So yeah,